Hello and welcome to Life on Pig Row, and today we're going to show you how to make pastry. So you'll need 1.5 pounds of self-raising flour, which is quite a bit. You'll also need 6 ounces of lard, or you can use vegetable shortening if you prefer. A bit more. There we go. Also going to add a teaspoon of salt, or really a scant teaspoon of salt, because I don't like my pastry to be too salty. Now, what I do is you can cube your lard or shortening, but I cheat and grate mine in. It just makes it easier to rub in the fats when the time comes, but I'll show you that bit next. Making sure I've got all the fat out, or most of it. Makes a bit of a mess of the grater, but it makes the next step really easy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rub in this fat. So what you're doing is you lightly rub in the fat and the flour between your fingers while aerating the flour. This gives you a nice light pastry. Now we've got it to this point where it's like sand, really, sort of sanding, all the fat's mixed in. We're going to add some water. Now I can't really tell you how much water to add, probably about 3 or 4 tablespoons, I'm not quite sure. So what I usually do is fill up a little jug and I go slowly, and I just play it by eye as to how much I'm going to. I'm just going to put that much in to start with, which is probably about 3 or 4 tablespoons. I'm using a round bladed knife just to mix it in. When you start mixing it in, you'll be able to start seeing if it's coming together. And that's what you want to do, try and bring it all together into pastry, into one big lump of pastry. Right, well, I really underestimated the amount of water that I'd need to put in this. I needed about half a pint. I might still need a little bit more. I'm going to get my hands in now and try and put it together into a ball of pastry. So we're just squeezing it together, bring it together into a big ball of the pastry. Remember, you've got fat in there, so that's going to help to bring it together. If it feels a bit dry, sort of stop at this stage, add a bit more water, carry on mixing. But I think this is just about right. Right, I've got the pastry out into a ball. Can't use it like that, we've got to let it rest for a bit. I'm going to quickly knead it into a bit of a more neater ball, and then I'm going to put it in a plastic bag and put it in the fridge until I need it. So there we go. There's your big piece of pastry. I usually just put it in a bag, but you can put it in a bowl, or put some cling film, or wax cloth, or whatever you have. And I'm just going to put that into the fridge and leave it. And this is how we make pastry. And you can tune in next week and see what we're going to make with it. Bye!